Hey everybody, welcome back to Movieverse. My name is Brian, and today I'm joined by Jason, and we are going to be continuing our reactions to Season 1 of The Legend of Vox Machina. This will be our reaction to Episode 2. Just a recap of what happened in the first episode. The mercenary band, known as the Vox Machina, were hired by the Council of Tal'Dorei in the city of Amman to investigate a creature that was causing havoc in the countryside. They went to a town called the Shale Steppes and talked to some locals there before having an encounter with a blue dragon. After getting their butts kicked, they returned to the town to see that it was destroyed, as well as a family that they had grown close to had been killed. And it was the emotional crux for them to feel like they need to take on this quest and defeat this dragon. Jason, what were your thoughts on the first episode and possibly your thoughts going forward?
Yeah, I thought it was a great, kind of introduction into the world, like you mentioned, and seeing the camaraderie and the teamwork, how the characters interact with each other is, entertaining, if just for the first episode, and seeing their motivation change of, the dragon, the emotional hit towards the end of the episode, and they set out just for the gold coin, the money, and now there's a little bit more emotional weight to their actions, so to be exciting to see where the story goes.
Yeah, I think another thing that the first episode did pretty well is kind of give you an idea of each individual character of the main characters of the group, and to show you a little bit of their power set, but also how their personalities are very different. They're kind of like this motley crew that they work together, but you're kind of wondering how do they all fit together, which I think that's a pretty standard trope in Dungeons and Dragons, the game which the show is based on. So as we go further into the season, we'll get more into their what each character can do, what's their power set, and obviously we'll get into some more backstory and stuff like that. So excited to have you watch this. I've been chomping at the bit trying to get you to watch this for a while. I take any opportunity that I can to introduce my friends to anything Critical Role related. And one thing that I didn't mention last week that I do want to mention this week is that it's fortuitous that we are filming this on Thursdays, because Critical Role, the live stream, was always on Thursday night, and so they always have this thing that they say, is it Thursday yet? So I think it's fortuitous that we are watching this on Thursday night. So
stars aligned.
So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into Season 1, Episode 2 of The Legend of Vox Machina, The Terror of Tal'Dorei, Part 2.
You are the arms of Amon, entrusted by Sovereign Uriel with the safety of the realm. Our training, our devotion to this land.
Pretty good speech.
Pretty good.
You heard the general. For Amon, as one.
As one.
What a load of shite.
I'd be that guy. That'd be me.
Storms blowing through tonight.
Well, he was a little bit more on the nose than he maybe intended.
Bit. And here we go. Here we go.
Oh, look, it's a storm.
I'm not standing my ground against a dragon like that.
No. I'd be running away.
Release!
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. You did it, you guys. You killed it. You're done. You can go home now.
You guys did it. One shot. Yeah.
Yep. One shot, one kill.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like that animation. Oh.
Yeah, like I said, the show has a little bit of Invincible in it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of Invincible.
Ooh. Just.
Oh. And we get the intro for the first time.
I don't think that speech really helped anything at all.
No, they were all, like lambs to the slaughter, basically. So if you remember from the first episode, Vex had said that she could like sense something to do with a dragon in the council room back in Amon.
But like,
But they
didn't she
didn't
kind
know-
of hesitate at first though? Didn't know?
Yeah,
Because it's from her past, right?
Well, she had felt dragons in her past, so she wasn't really sure.
Okay.
But she thinks that she felt something while they were in that council room. Her theory was that somebody, maybe on the council, was working with a dragon.
The beast is a blue dragon, sire. Only a few of us managed to escape.
My gods.
That does not sound like David Tennant.
No.
To my experience, dragons are fiercely intelligent, calculating creatures. Their machinations run deep.
Machinations.
Ah, Sir Finch finally joins us.
Sir Fence. What a name.
Yeah, surf fence. A
I've
little
been
late to the
gathering
party.
intelligence we sorely lack.
Sovereign, hold on to your goddamn crown. We've discovered that the monster is none other than a blue dragon!
Good job. Good job.
I can't believe you made it out alive. How did you survive?
Trade secrets, I'm afraid, Kriegi.
These blabbering fools are useless, sire.
There's that feeling again.
I think we know prime suspect in that.
Who's the prime suspect?
Sir Fence.
Okay. Good theory.
I think in a typical sense, he looks shady. That would
He's
be
definitely looking and acting shady for
They-
sure.
yeah.
We will bring the fight to it on our terms.
God, his voice gets so much weight to it.
Yeah, it's Kari Payton. He plays Ezekiel in The Walking Dead. But he's also been on episodes of Critical Role as a guest character. So they cast him as the king.
There must be a connection. One of them is working with that fucker.
Yeah, I bet it's Allura.
No, you dipshits.
Idiots.
The creepy one. Looked like a withered piece of scrap leather.
Vax and Pike go to Gilmore's. Buy us a
Ooh,
weapon
Gilmore.
that can kill a dragon.
With what? We're flat fucking broke.
Please. With the way that man dotes on you, I'm sure you can work something out.
I love some of the facial expressions that they put on these characters.
You're not the only one with ideas, Vex.
Is that so? Please scan and tell me yours.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah. I'll come up with one. No, that's fine.
Yeah. I gotta work things out. I gotta make
Yeah.
it better.
Yeah. There are so many little Easter eggs in this shop for Critical Role fans.
and magical artifacts.
I was hoping you would swing back through again.
Glad to see you've lost none of your charm, Gilmore.
Oh, listen to you.
Gotta lay on the charm, man.
Oh, yeah. Try to get a discount.
Something like 100% off.
Yeah. That's all they can afford at this point.
Yeah.
We need information on blue dragons.
Tusk Love is a huge
Well, for 20
Easter egg for the
gold,
second
I'll sell you
campaign.
this handy-dandy magic lance of dragon slaying.
That seems convenient.
Perhaps some advice for a tiny fee?
Hopefully what you're offering isn't too tiny. I suppose size isn't everything.
Hi, still here. Is there any way to stop them?
Honestly, there's no simple way to kill a dragon.
Probably right in her face.
Yeah, exactly. Her face was like literally at like the very
Right
like
there.
yeah. It's a pretty good detail though to put in there as a voice actor.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we survive this, I owe you dinner.
You owe me more than that, my handsome half-elf.
All right, you
There's
two
a
for
lot of
over.
flirtation going on here.
Yep.
And then
Gotta take
back
one
to
for the team, man.
Back to these idiots. Whoever sent them together, terrible idea.
Yeah.
Terrible idea.
Oh, searching for fence or something?
They cannot be trusted by themselves. 100%.
He can't for sure. Scanlan cannot.
Yeah.
Where that creepy little taint raisin would be?
Taint
The
raisin.
brothel.
Oh, sure.
But won't Vex be kind of pissed if we ain't doing what she said to?
I don't give a wet fart what she thinks.
He has great turns of phrases.
That's good.
You know what? Screw Vex and her stupid feather head. I'm going to the brothel.
Oh, there he is.
Incognito mode.
Yeah. Great hiding spot.
Come on.
He rolled a 1 on stealth, that's for sure. Rolling a 1 on an ability check is a critical fail. So I would say a loud burp like that in a critical moment, that'd be a critical fail.
Hey, can you see him from up there?
It's a giant house.
He's sneaking up to that fancy manor. Oh, stop.
Yes, take out a sword in plain daylight before you go into the building.
You keep an eye on that house.
Don't take it out when you get inside.
Right. Can you pick me up a sandwich on the way back? Please?
Puppy dog eyes.
What do you want?
What do you think that is, a BLT? Nah, it looks like ham.
I think
Doesn't
so.
look like
Yeah,
bacon.
with the olives on top like that.
Yeah.
Open your back door, baby. Loosen your hinges, I'll show you my key. Damn, it really works.
A lot of Scanlan's magic has some type of song related to it. So that'd be something that
Doesn't
keeps
seem to be
occurring throughout the
magical.
series.
I'm not sensing anything.
Can you people do nothing right? It's just a damn door.
All it takes
It's
is
the
a little finesse.
strongest toothpick I've ever seen.
Yeah. And Vax is a rogue, so he can sneak around, he can break in places. That's kind of like his skill set.
Apparently Creed lives here and has dreadful taste in art.
Oh, shit.
He has a portrait of
He's here to
himself.
assassinate his ass.
Oh. What you doing, Fence?
Aha! We caught you blue-handed, chicken hopper.
Chicken humper. Good job, Grog.
Listen to me. These documents are
It's always
evidence
gotta clarify for him.
General Krieg is planning to...
Oh.
Oh.
Well,
Oh.
he's dead.
What? Krieg.
Plot twist.
Oh no. He's the one in league with the.
I championed you because you're a bunch of witless oafs who no one gives two shites about. You've been lucky so far, but you have no idea what you have gotten yourself into.
So did you see that coming at all?
Nope. But pieces are falling into place.
Yeah.
While he made the big speech and everything.
He made the big speech and then he disappeared into a tent and he wasn't seen again
Yeah.
while the fight was going on. Yeah. It's like, why didn't you die when the dragon attacked?
Observation,
type of thing.
Scanlan.
Yeah.
Fan out. Look for some kind of fulcrum.
Wait, a fuck room?
I mean, that's what I heard.
Fulcrum is too fancy of a word for Grog.
Yeah.
Whoa, you guys, everything in this room is magical.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, how beautiful.
Beautiful.
Grog, you're being gross.
He's in a trance right now.
Yeah. He's, yeah, he's in a trance by the booty.
Oh, we have a little Mario door.
My arms! Stanley, look it! They're in the booty!
Can we at least go already? Lead the way, big man.
You know what, guys? Good luck. I'm just gonna keep a lookout from here.
What is this place? High in the mountains, I'd say.
Wherever we are, we're far from Iman.
It's a lot of gold.
A layer, perhaps?
Gold.
That would be a
Excessive
smart
for a
guess.
council member? Seems excessive for anyone.
Definitely looks like a dragon lair to me.
Magic scrolls, jewels, potions. Is this a troll deck?
And that apparently.
We could be drunk for weeks.
Days even!
Yeah.
He doesn't know the meaning of the word weeks or days. Like, he doesn't know the context that one's bigger than the other.
We're in the dragon's lair.
Those are
There you go. Put it together, then the dragon's lair. Oh.
I must say, I'm impressed. To tell you the truth, I was certain you would die the moment you met the mighty Brimside.
You wanted Uriel to send the entire army out of Amon, so your dragon friend could wipe them out.
Ah, yes.
There was
Machinations,
a time when
man.
dragons ruled all
Machinations.
of Tal'Dorei. When we ruled the entire world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this implies that
That's
dragons can shapeshift into people.
yeah. It's a really, really cool animation.
Things are getting real.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, the detail that lightning or the gold would conduct lightning. Also a great detail.
Yeah. Nice shades of Smaug.
I mean, they're both dragons, so there is some similarities there.
Just the heaviness of the voice.
Yeah.
Max, did Gilmore give you any insight on how to kill this thing? Or did you two flirt the whole time?
Nope. They just flirted.
No.
That's all.
Like, yeah. I winked at him, so
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. We can't do shit if it's in the air.
Good point.
The Twin Rivers meet. The neck. You see that?
Ah, so there was some insight in that book.
This way.
flirting does pay.
Yeah. It wasn't a total waste.
For once you were right. Maybe we don't fight as one. Maybe we do what we do best. What? We have no best.
Not wrong.
So what do you want us to do? Run out and yell, "Hey, Dragon Man! We don't know what the fuck we're doing."
Hey, Taint Smear!
You're in my way again, you ape!
They got some great name calling in this show. There's definitely some ones that I have not heard of before.
If the three of you will shut up already and let me kill this inflated windbag.
Kill me!
They did say the dragon's vein.
I am Storm.
And that would definitely kill you for sure. Yeah, the dragon animation is pretty great. The dragon is a 3D model, and the rest of this is a 2D like animation.
Oh, cool.
So
Yeah.
they merged it really well to where like it still looks like it's still part of the same world.
Yeah.
But anime run.
That's cool.
Vax is also very good with daggers. They're doing a really great job of showing how all their powers kind of like coexist and work together. Yeah. Oof, that's gotta hurt. It's like a DBZ moment right here. Power up.
Hell yeah. I love how each one of them had their shining moment.
Yeah. Split his skull in two.
Souvenir?
Proof we killed the scaly turd.
You know, you're a lot smarter than we give you credit for, Grog.
Maybe not.
Oh, fuck this day.
Exit strategy. Run.
Must run faster, must run faster.
Wait! The loot!
Oh no.
Of course, Scanlan had to bring the troll dick with him. For reasons.
We got him, kid.
It all ties back to that emotional beat from the first episode.
For your selfless heroism, I proclaim you all protectors of the realm and honorary members of the Council of Tal'Dorei.
Promotion.
Yeah. Or at least some type of acknowledgement.
Payday?
Nope.
Keys? Parchment?
Guess you should have opened the box before you took the job.
The deed to your new keep here in Imar.
Uh-huh. Hypothetically, if you sold it, how much do you think... Okay.
And that the threat is far from over. We suspect Krieg may have been part of a larger plot.
In fact, several dignitaries should be on their way as we speak.
Can't turn down a free meal.
No.
Lady Briarwood, there's something blocking the road.
Can you go around it, Desmond?
Power couple alert?
Well, ain't this a lucky night?
Not for you.
I think these bandits just messed up here.
Yeah. I think they pulled over the
I
wrong
think they chose
part.
the wrong carriage.
Yeah.
We want everything you and the missus got, unless you want to be gutted like a fish.
Empty your pockets!
Ah.
Or is that Invincible coming out again?
Yep. That's that Omni-Man special right there.
Yeah.
I hope it wasn't too much trouble, Silas.
Delilah, my dear, it was nothing.
You know, I think these people are good guys.
Yeah, something tells me they're they're gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, there's
see
no,
who they save and
it's not like any ominous music playing as they murder.
no,
I mean,
no,
they weren't innocent people, but like.
no, but you know.
So that was episode 2 of The Legend of Vox Machina. What did you think, Jason?
Yeah, man, I'm still in love with the animation. I say it, you know, every 10 minutes or so while I'm watching this. The characters got even better than the first episode, and I mean that takedown of the blue dragon was, I mean, like we mentioned, it's perfect examination of each of the characters got to do something and got to contribute and got to show how they work together and why they complement each other. And
yeah, it was like the first.
Yeah, thought it was
the first episode, and most of the second episode was really the show kind of being like, you know, they're all fuck ups. You know, they're kind of, you know, they don't really care about people, blah blah blah. Like kind of, you know,
yeah,
boiling them down to these, you know, this like band of outcasts, basically. And
yeah, I mean,
slowly,
they earned
slowly
the
starts
term
to show
mercenaries.
you. Yeah, and it slowly starts to show you, like, oh, you know, this family that they spoke to, that they kind of connected with, died, and it shows you their, you know, emotional connection to people, and then
yeah,
you know, at the end of the second episode, it shows you, okay, this is why this group is together, because when they fight together, they actually are effective in what they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's why they, you know, go around trying to make money, because they're good at what they do. So, but yeah, this was basically like a 2-part, I would say this is like a 2-part pilot episode, essentially, is what this boils down to. And then just at the end of that episode, sets up just a little bit of intrigue of like, oh, who's these new characters and how is this going to progress throughout the rest of the season? And I guess one question that I had was when we watched the first episode and then they fought the dragon basically at the end of the first episode, did you think that that was going to be quickly resolved, or did you think that we would spend more time with that dragon?
No, honestly, by the way they just got their butts kicked in the first episode, I thought the dragon was going to be like maybe not a full season thing, but like the antagonist of at least half a season.
Yeah.
So to come out and complete that in the second episode is, you know, makes me excited for what we have to come.
Yeah, the interesting thing about that dragon, General Krieg, is that is a character that they defeated before they started streaming their D&D game online. So that was a character that before seeing the show, I was not familiar with. I had heard the name and, you know, had an idea of what happened, but this was them showing us what happened. And, you know, and this show didn't really say that they come together, like they weren't like just now meeting or anything like that. But by the time that this happened in their D&D game, they had been playing for probably a couple years at this point. So this was kind of like an interesting way for them to show us the characters and introduce us to them. And then going from here on out, this is stuff that basically they've adapted from their D&D game that was streamed online to the show. And the story arc that is about to take place is one of the fan favorite story arcs in all of their first campaign. So I'm excited to watch it with you, but I'm excited to see what you think about the storyline. There's some slight changes here and there, you know, based on like just because of the adaptation part of it, because their D&D games spanned over hundreds of hours of, you know, playing a game, whereas, you know, this is being condensed, which I don't know how many seasons they're going to take to tell the entire story of their first campaign, but, you know, even the specific arcs have, you know, hours and hours and hours of playtime that, you know, essentially are dwindled down to 12, you know, or I guess the first 2 were a pre-stream, so then 10 episodes of 30 minutes each. But the one thing that I keep coming back to is that each episode continues to get better and continues to get more intriguing as we go. So I'm excited for you to see that. Have you gotten down all their names yet?
I cheated
No,
a little bit.
I
I
know
have
the
the character list.
Oh, okay. All right.
But no.
Hey, smart man.
But,
Smart man.
Yeah. It's just I do kind of like shorten like Vex and Vox. I mean, Grog and Scanlan are easy enough to remember, but I'll get there. Just after one episode, I need a little help. Cheat sheet on the side.
I don't blame you. When you have Vex and Vax, which are the sister and brother, and then the group name is Vox Machina, so you have Vex, Vax, and Vox. It's like, what do you? See, obviously this was not intended to be something widely distributed in the beginning. You know what I mean? All these names were set in place, and they're just like, well, now the names are what the names are, and people are going to catch on.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, that's been our reaction to episode 2 of The Legend of Vox Machina, The Terror of Tal'Dorei Part 2. Thank you guys so much for watching our reaction. Please like the video, comment down below your thoughts on our reaction and also the first 2 episodes of The Legend of Vox Machina. And we will see you guys in the next video.